Hey everyone, welcome to Stars and Pearls. I'm so happy that you found your way here. I hope you click like, subscribe, and share, and that you drop a comment in the comment section below this video. This video is on keeping your energy field clear and what you need to do. Several techniques and methods that I find work for me. They might work for you. And so in the interest of sharing is caring, here are some major tips that I have on keeping your energy field clear. Now, why is this important? Well, because your energy field, your aura, right, which is a mix of the energies that you radiate outside of you, but it's also the energy of your being that manifests into reality through you. This energy field holds information. It's what connects you to the overall informational field around you. It intersects and interacts with the energy fields of other people, giving them information about you before you've even opened your mouth, before you've even said a word, before you've even spoken. It directs people to see you in a certain light or in a certain way. And of course, we always want to put our best foot forward. But when it goes on that, we all connect and we all uplift each other, right? Then you don't want to be your energy field that brings that heaviness into a space or into a room. So the energy field around you also impacts you, of course, because it influences the thoughts that come to you, the thinking that you do. And of course, as you know, your thoughts generate your overall perspective on life, which generates your opportunities, which determines what you manifest, determines what you create, determines what you're able to experience and live. And so it's super important, number one, that you keep circles of acquaintances. So you have your innermost circle. And these are the people, as my medicine healer told me, my medicine man told me, that give you food when you have none, that give you a roof over your head, that put clothes on your back, that accept you unconditionally for who and what you are, that truly, genuinely love you, irrespective of if you love them back or not. Now, this is rare for many of us to find, but that's in that inner circle. You have only those people that can see you completely as you are. And then the filters begin. So it's okay to have certain ways of dealing with people, such as in shamanism, when we show up as shamans or when shamans show up in their circle, in their workplace, they're showing up in that identity of the shaman, the healer. They're not coming in as the brother. They're not coming in as the father. They're not being so authentic that they're laying it all out there for everybody to see, because that's not the appropriate role for them in that scenario at that time. So you have to divvy up your life like that. Know who you can trust, know who you can open up to, know who you can share certain things with and certain levels of your being with, and know who to cut off and cut out. Now, the most insidious people that I've found to cut off and cut out are the ones that sow seeds of doubt in you about you. So the ones that are always second guessing you, that are expecting you to prove yourself, that are expecting you to explain things that are quite clear to understand, that are always constantly criticizing you. I recently had this person who was criticizing even my phone. The picture of Mother Mary I had on my phone was a source of comment for her. My hair was a source of comment for her. Everything was a source of comment for her. And there was nothing that it was almost as if she was obsessively watching every little thing to take it all apart and then analyze it, to like put it away or throw it in the corner like some broken toy or criticize it. So she, of course, would say now that she did that because she herself is insecure, but that's not the truth. The truth is, yes, she is insecure, but there are a lot of insecure people out there that don't sow seeds of doubt in others. What she was doing was trying to sow seeds of doubt in me. And so these people, and they are many, you have to cut. You have to rigorously put distance between you and them, because whatever they have going on, you can't fix it. You cannot fix it. because most likely they won't even see it. They won't even acknowledge it. Or if they do, then it will just be a source of anger and contention. Okay. So there's number one is creating distance to people that bring down your vibe. And this is not to shut out criticisms or valid criticisms or people that genuinely have to share something with you about you, but it is to recognize when you're just being broken down without any buildup or any true concern or true interest or true caring or any love in the mixture. Okay. Then, so the second thing about the number one is distance. I think I'll put that at a big fat distance to everything that comes after, because everything that comes after only works if you consistently keep your space clear, right? So your mental, your emotional space, which is a distance to those kind of people. And so there are many variations of the type of personality, right, that get to you. But I'd say in a nutshell, the ones that you know are interacting with you and not coming out of a loving place or from a loving space or a space of genuine intended peace or harmony, those are the ones that you want to like really rigorously cut out. So the next thing I really love to work with is salt. Salt is so basic. It's so easy to get. It's easy to carry with you anywhere you go. It was a tip from a friend of mine, and she reminded me, Carlene, why don't you just put some salt in your bra? So I did that because the idea is to keep it right next to your heart, right? And salt will absorb negative intended energies. So you can keep it in your desk at work. You can put some in your shoe. You can put some in your bra, put some in your pant pocket, put some in your wallet. You can, wherever it is, put in a little plastic baggie and carry some salt with you. And you'll find that your energy stays clearer over time. Of course, you'll have to change out the salt every now and then, but it does ward off negative energies. How and why that works, I don't know. The entire planet is made of salt, so to speak. 70%, and most of the water on the planet is salt water. Most of the water in our bodies is salt. So it might have something to do with that. But the frequencies that salt carries are really amazing to clean. Also cleaning your house, putting salt on your welcome mat in front of your door and intending that no one with bad intentions for you, known or unknown, this side or the other side, this dimension or any other dimension can cross the salt barrier. And you'll see that people that have negative, bad intentions for you, they will hesitate to step into your home. They will stick for a moment on the outside. They will take your time stepping in. I've seen it so many times. And when they are inside, they'll have a hard time getting comfortable. They'll have a hard time placing their energies or getting stuck in your home. You know those people that when they leave, you have a hard time clearing their energy out. Yeah, that won't happen when you put salt. You can even put salt on your couch. Same intention. I did that for a while when I was doing readings from my home, and it did work. But these are little things that are so easy to forget. So you'll really have to remind yourself, okay? Well, the second thing that I found, of course, in combination with salt is sage is a good one. Sage is a one for lighter energies that are negative, not too sticky, not too toxic. Sage actually also is a disinfectant. It is antimicrobial, antibacterial. So there's something about that. Sage. So you can sage and it will immediately clear the energies. In addition to sage, there's also rosemary, which is wonderful, has been used also in the church for eons. And rosemary combined with holy water will take out almost anything. And but also Copal. Copal is fantastic in removing energies that are also stuck on the other side. So energies that have to do with the deceased or have to do with those that are passed on. Copal is wonderful in that arena as well. It seems to light their way home. It can call them too, so you have to be mindful what your intentions are when you start burning. But then in combination with that is, of course, the calling out and the announcing, using your power, your sovereignty, and stating that I do not accept anything negative. I do not accept negative thoughts from others. I do not accept negative energies from others. I return them where they belong. I send them back to where they came from. I stand in my sovereignty as a child of God, and I return, reject, and resist any and all negative energies in my field. And usually they kind of disappear on their own after that, because the unspoken law of the universe is that you cannot be where you are not wanted, right? Or where you're not welcomed, where you're not desired. So the old vampire adage of you have to be invited into the house. Then another thing is the good old sword, the archangelic swords, your guardian angel, your guide, they all have ways of connecting and disconnecting energies. These are high frequency beings that have to keep their own energetic field clear. So they have a deep understanding and can also share their wisdom with you of what you need to do in specific situations. So if they say, go get the water from the creek and pour it over your head, then go get the water from the creek and pour it over your head. It's some things that go in with other people's energy are so specific that it takes certain combination of things over days or over time to really disconnect and disengage, and your guides can definitely help you with that. You can also use the cutting technique of cutting, imagining the cords that are hooked into your energy field or your energies that are hooked into somebody else's field, and disconnect. Another powerful tool I've found to disconnect energies, and this took me a while to learn because it's not natural for me to, be like, when I was younger, I could hold a grudge. So the thing is to release grudges. You have to learn to release grudges. You have to be willing to want to see someone else happy from the depth of your body, and really desiring that they find happiness and luck, because that will touch their heart and change their space, and that will change their energy and change them. So you have to really want to forgive them. You have to really want to let them go. Unfortunately, I do understand, and I know that forgiveness is a process, authentic forgiveness. You can say, yeah, I forgive this person, but deep in your subconscious or in your body or in yourself and your neural networks, there are areas that you can't influence, right? You can only continue to work on, massage, create the environment for a certain situation to happen. And that is the wolves that you feed, right? That old analogy. So the more that you try to think good thoughts and feel happy feelings, all of that, the more you're creating the groundwork for something that is really hard and deep in you to be released and let go of. And once you release that, and you've released your energy, because when you forgive, you unhook out of their energy. Actually, that's what's actually happening, because when you're holding a grudge, you're holding on like this in their energy field. And so when you forgive, you unhook, and there's no connection anymore between you and them. And whatever they're going through, whatever they're experiencing, it doesn't affect you. It doesn't touch you. Um, so there's that. But that's one of the I'd say that's the advanced version. Especially depending on how dark the energies are that you're working with and that you're going to have to find a field of love with and for. So there's that. Then there's also prayer, of course. Prayer is a big one, especially when you're touched by energies that are bigger than you. What we often forget is that we don't have to do all this by ourselves. We have guides, angels, helpers that are on Earth, our side, that are working with us, that are sometimes working through us by going into these fields, because they know that we're going to get this attachment. That's the way they are able to get that attachment, scoop it up, whatever it is, and bring it out of this field of experience that we're in. So sometimes the attachment is not just, oh, you did something wrong, or you're a victim, or what have you. Sometimes it was fully intended in order for that attachment to be to be taken out. It's just unfortunate that you were the mule. So don't forget prayer. Prayer is absolutely powerful. It absolutely works. Every prayer is heard. However, what is done upon that prayer, because a lot of us will say, yeah, but we prayed and prayed and prayed for what have you, but it wasn't conducive to the soul path or your soul development, your soul growth, or what it is that you came here to experience and to learn. So those prayers are not left unanswered, but they're put on hold or answered in a different way. Okay. So it's prayer does work though when it comes to attachments, when it comes to needing help to remove it. And what I usually do is I imagine that I'm taking whatever energy is there and I'm giving it to my mom. And my mom is Mother Mary. And so I'm taking it and I'm giving it over to her, however big it is, however massive it is. They're bigger, they're more massive. They've dealt with all of this, they've seen it all. And so I just hand it over, and usually it's taken care of within however long. Alone time. Sometimes it's not an attachment, sometimes it's negative, not negative energy per se, but it's an unbalancing of your energy where you're out of balance, you're depleted, you're rock bottom. And when you're standing at the bottom of the cliff and you're looking up, everything looks overwhelming, right? So you have to get yourself into a place where you can replenish your energy so your vibration can lift, and all of a sudden you're not standing at the bottom of the cliff, you're standing on top of it. And then the view is amazing, right? So sometimes it's you're in a scary place, not necessarily because there's negative energies or attachments or other people's energy in your space. It's just your energy is completely depleted. You need some alone time, you need some recharge time, you need some time where you can just be yourself and there's nobody there looking over your shoulder and criticizing every move that you make. And wondering why you're so different and things of that nature, right? So you really need to give yourself that, give yourself a pot to be planted in so that you can grow. And those are pretty much the things that have, then there's sound, of course, sound clearing. So that would include anything, just the basic clapping. Like if I have nothing at all, I use my voice or my hands and I clap away the energies. Vacuum cleaners work great. They work absolute wonders, especially if you've had someone over and you just vacuum, where they were. It breaks up the vibration and the frequency, breaks up the energies that were there, gives you a feeling of I cleaned that. And but yeah, bells, gongs, bowls, clapping, singing, um, you name it, children's laughter, oh my gosh, can clear a haunted house, depending on the level of haunting, but um it's definitely something that can, well, not a haunted house, but a house that has heavy, sticky energy. We've done that where we've taken the kids and the kids of my friend, and they were laughing. They were just running through the house and laughing and playing, and that's all it took. So laughter and playing, that's another thing that will lift the vibrational frequencies and clear out the darker frequencies as well. So you can place crystals in the corners of your house. You can utilize salt, but the major movers of negative energy are one, keeping distance to what causes you to fall out of balance or you to lose faith in yourself or in your life or in your existence. Move away from that. Just don't even try to convince it, don't try to argue with it, don't try, just move away from it. It's some kind of entity, and just don't engage, do not engage. So there's that. Then the other major mover is, of course, your own willingness to forgive and to release yourself out of grudges and harmful wishing, or not even harmful wishing directly, because I don't think I ever really truly did that, but holding on to anger and just, resentment and all of that, you have to let it go, let it go. And then it unhooks your energy from there. It works amazingly. Prayer is a major mover. And salt helps on the physical level, but I personally believe that physical rituals are a representation of spiritual processes, right? So what's happening on the spiritual level. So they do work, but it's not the ritual per se. It's what's happening on the other levels that is working. So but salt, sage, rosemary, and holy water are just rosemary and salt water. Um, Copal, these are the super classics, super cleansers. The other ones can get in blessings, like if you sweetgrass, that brings in blessings. So if you cleanse a house and you sage it out, you're clearing out the negative energy. Then to bring in the blessings, you burn sweetgrass, for example. So some grasses and herbs are too soft to clear out certain energies, so you have to really look into that. Then the sword of Michael, of course, the sword of the archangels, asking your guides. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it, you know. And anything else that is really handing it over to your guides, your helpers, your spiritual guardian, your spiritual connect. That's another big thing because you don't have to do it by yourself. Okay, you're not here on your own. And you don't have to figure this out by yourself. You can just hand it over, and maybe through that, you're going to have a learning experience. So yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to email me, ask me, write your own experiences in the comments. Would love to hear your rituals and methods of clearing, cleaning, cleansing, keeping your aura healthy. And yeah, I think I covered it. I feel like I'm missing one more, but I think I covered it. I said clapping, singing, yeah, using oh, yes, and keeping your space aesthetically pleasing. So, it doesn't have to be super fancy from Architectural Digest, but you have to be in a clear, uncluttered space, no clutter. A lot of hauntings and stuck energy. They love cluttered old houses. They love cluttered spaces with old energies. But you want plants. You want, pretty pictures or at least symbols that generate a positive frequency in your energy field. You want to rest your eyes. You want to feed all your five senses and with high vibrational, right? Okay. So that's pretty much it. Taking time for yourself. Yes, yes, yes. Taking time for yourself. Long walks in nature. Nature is one of the most amazing places to cleanse. And oh, I knew I forgot one thing. See, um, what I do when I do my walks in the forest here is whatever negative thought or energy I have, because I'm trying to get myself to a place. I'm doing this challenge with myself of how long can I go without a negative thought, right? So first it was super hard, like immediately it came up. But now it's going a little bit better. I'm not perfect. But I want to see how much can I build up to not having a negative thought whatsoever. So when I'm walking through the forest and a negative thought comes up, I immediately pick up a rock or a stick that has already fallen, and I channel that negative thought or energy into that rock or into the stick, and then I throw it as far as I can because I know it's okay to do that because the sun, the wind, the weather, the rain, it will cleanse that energy. It will break it down as well. So, but it's away from me, it's out from me, and it works. It really does. So do that and see how it all changes for you. And if you have any issues or questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and you'll find all my information in the description box below this video. And I'm more than happy to work with you one-on-one on things that you can't seem to get a grip on. Okay, take care. Bye.